Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for June 14th to the 21st, solstice 2024. I invite you to close your eyes and join me in taking 3 nice deep breaths. Joining our energy across time and space. And I invite you to imagine a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep into Mother Earth and grounding you here and now in this present moment, knowing that this tree root is permitting you to be fully present here and now in all of who you are, and also providing you with a conduit through which anything that no longer serves you can easily pass down into Mother Earth and become compost for your new good growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and once again I am gathered with all of your children now and in the future to co-create this reading of the week for June 14th to the 21st, 2024. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide this in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and collective highest and greatest good. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, as well as an overlighting angel of communication to be present and facilitate this exchange, ensuring that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we pull through that which is for our highest and greatest good, both personally and collectively as the human family. I'd like to invite the 4 archangels now to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container of light, of love, of wisdom, of brilliance, of beauty, of healing, of transformation, of peace. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Okay, anything that doesn't match these frequencies and intentions is welcome to go now. Time to get started. This is the Abraham Darby rose that is blooming now in my garden. It is very fragrant and absolutely wonderful, so I thought I would share one with you guys today. All right, Creator, what is it that we most need to know for our personal and collective highest and greatest good at this time, this week of the solstice? I will be doing a solstice reading and releasing it soon. This is for the energy of this week. Okay, Creator, let's bring through what we most need to know and hear at this time for our personal and collective highest and greatest good. Thank you. Okay, lovely cards. Here we go once again. So the position of the past, as we well know, is information. It's aspects of ourselves, of our own experience that are relevant and present, and in our present and in our future. We're starting with the card of reevaluation. So we have this individual who's withdrawn from the world. She's gone to a beautiful, quiet space, and she's in a meditative, contemplative state because her crown chakra is all lit up. And she's opened her box of treasures, and she's looking through it, and these hearts symbolize the various memories and things that are associated with this box of treasures. You know, it might be old letters and ticket stubs to movies, concerts, that kind of thing. Things from her past, things that she has lived and experienced. And as a result of this opportunity of just pausing and reflecting and going through who she once thought she was versus who she finds herself to be now, there is clarity and an opportunity to release some of those pieces, to no longer hold on to them maybe quite so tightly, and understand that we are constantly changing and evolving and becoming something different. But it's also wonderful because an opportunity like this allows us to recommit to the aspects that are congruent and aligned with us, whether that's in the past or whether that's in our now, those threads of our yes that are always running through our lives. So this is important, this card of reevaluation, of giving ourselves permission and opportunities to evaluate. Where am I now? Is it where I want to be? So that we can bring that consciousness and that awareness into our now moment and make better choices going forward from here and now. when we know what we want, we're in a much better position to craft our lives and keep moving in that direction. We often know that from where we've been. The contrast helps us to refine it even more. The Justice card is the card of the present. This is the middle card of the major arcana. Another name for it could be the karma, the name karma. So the Justice card is reminding us that we are not passive participants in our life experience. We are here catching the ball of life and bouncing it against the wall. And being static and doing it the same way over and over again is not very rewarding for anyone, including the energetic life force that we are here to channel and express through our uniqueness out into the universe. So this card is reminding us that we are here as active participants. And being passive is not going to create the life that any of us want. We need to be engaged with life. So how do we do that? Well, you're familiar with me rattling on about the yes. I do it every week. It's a very, very important aspect of our experience at this time. For each of us is becoming aware of our uniqueness as individuals, and that we each have a unique perspective and we have unique aspects. The yes, as I like to call it, it's the parts of us that are so compelling, the shiny things in our lives that, if we were wandering into a shop with magazines, we would walk to that section of the magazine rack, or a library, or think of that, like accessing a database of information. Where would you go? What would you go look at? Those shiny aspects are part of our yes, and we need to be paying attention to those. We need to be moving in the direction of those. I go on about it every week. And this card is reminding us that when we do that, we are active participants in the creation of our lives, no longer sitting passively, but we are engaged with why we're here, what we're here to do. We're here to discover our yes, and we're here to develop it and allow it to bloom and become more. So keeping that in mind. So the Justice card, excuse me, this can also represent the traditional idea of justice. Of justice being served. And so another reminder with this card is be in integrity, be congruent. Don't be doing things that are out of integrity with your inner compass. Stay harmonious and balanced and aligned. Because that's very much, if we are existing in a state of harmony and balance and congruence within ourselves, then that comes back to us multiplied. That's the wheel of fortune energy. It's sort of what we're putting out is what's going to come back to us. So if we are out of integrity, we will get lots reflecting that lack of integrity. So we always get what we're putting out. It always comes back to us. So be very conscious and intentional about what are you putting attention and energy and focus on, because it will cycle back, especially at this time. The energy is so accelerated, and it is so much about bringing us face to face with what are we up to, making us aware very intentionally, very consciously, very deliberately. Where are we falling down? What games are we playing with ourselves? Because those have to end now. This is no longer about pretending and making nice. This is the real deal. We have to get into the driver's seat of our lives. So this card is reminding us of this. It's time to become conscious, intentional, deliberate, congruent, and live our lives authentically and truthfully from the inside out into the world. Because as we do that, we bring our energy up. We match the frequency of who we really are and the lofty idea of who we want to be, reevaluation. What do we want? What do we prefer? Where would we want to be? And that helps to draw us in that direction. We're magnetic. We're always pulling things towards us. And so when we get into the frequency of something, we're striving and reaching for something, it pulls it towards us. So just becoming aware of all of those pieces. The near future, what we're moving towards, this energy of the King of Swords. So this is practical, analytical ideas in action. The King is masculine, so it's a more directed, applicable. These are the steps planned out. That's the quality of the King. It's a more masculine quality, yang quality of energy. That's what we're moving towards. This isn't about, pussyfooting around. It's like, no, we have things to do, and this is how we're going to do them. And this isn't about being emotional, and it's not about getting sidetracked by how we feel. It's like, no, these things have to be attended to, and we're going to do them now. So it's a very, very practical card, and it's the suit of air, and air is about ideas, it's about technology, it's about all that Aquarian stuff, energy that we are hearing a lot about in astrology these days. So this is the quality of what we're moving towards this week, or what we're shifting towards. And so becoming aware that we have to know what we want so that we can be congruent and aligned and live into our best, most authentic, expressed self. And then from that place, this is about taking action. This is about having clear vision about what we're doing, where we're headed, and then implementing action steps. They can be small, they can be big, but it's very practical, actionable energy. Foundation card, why we're having the reading, is oppression. And we've seen this card, it seems to me, not that long ago. This is about the burden of other people's stuff in our field. It can be parents, it can be intergenerational, it can be teachers, it can be society stuff. It's all that story that we pick up about who and how we should be. We should upon ourselves. It's not about who we are authentically. It's we're trying to please somebody else, or we're trying to be what somebody else thinks we should be. And our society is really good at that. We're surrounded by messages all the time about how inadequate we are inherently. And that's got to come to an end, because we are more than enough. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. It takes a very, very highly evolved individual to express in a human form. So if you're here, it's because you are a master on some level. So own that, please. And this card, the foundation card, this is about becoming aware through a real evaluation. What is mine? What is not mine? And putting the burden down. It's no longer appropriate to carry that. These old stories of intergenerational trauma, of intergenerational expectation, that ends now. It's no longer what we're here to do. We are not here to live out somebody else's idea of what success is, or happiness is, or thriving is. We're here to live our own idea of what that is. And we're here to discover what that is. And everyone's idea is going to be different. It's no longer the cookie cutter, leave it to Beaver vision that was spoon-fed to society through media, etc. And there's always been stuff like that, but it's been worse since our collective media pictures. So this card, as I said, it's a wand, it's the fire, generative energy potential. And so this energy of other people's stuff in your creative generative space is blocking your ability to be everything that you are here to be. So paying attention to that, maybe again, taking some time. What is it that I want? Who do I want to be in the world? What fills me with the most enthusiasm and joy and excitement and inspiration? And moving in that direction. Learning to put down the burden of other people's things in our space. And even the burden of who we thought we were going to be and what life was going to look like. Because we change. And it's okay. It's a good thing. It's the only constant in the universe is change. So by embracing and understanding that we are not static individuals, we are continually in a process of becoming, of unfolding, of blooming like this, the petals opening wide. There's always something new to discover. There's always something new to move towards. That is who we are inherently. We are these incredible beings of unfolding energy and light and potential and possibility, channeling the one life force through us. And it's always a process of discovery. And it's so exciting when we live that way. And so this is what we're being reminded of this week, is this potential that we hold, this incredible unfolding, unfurling energy. And who are we? And how do we hold that? And how do we drop what's keeping us from being as expressed as possible? So I think the cards are fairly clear this week as we work up to the longest day of the year and the energy that is so high right now with the solar flares and everything else going on. So, just take it in. Get outside as much as possible. And if you can, step into some water, take your shoes off, stand on the earth, connect and be here now. Breathe the air, take in those solar rays. Don't abuse them, of course, because, they're strong right now. But take in the energy. Be aware of this privilege of this time of being embodied here and now and what it means. And let yourself receive the information of the sun at this time, because we are being transformed by it. We are the human aspect of the earth family, and we are all forms of life are taking in the energy right now, including the waters. They hold the signature of the energy. And we're mostly water. We're ingesting it. So be aware of this as you drink your water. Thank it. Thank the energy. Thank the sunshine. Thank it. Get into the energy of being with the environment that you are part of, noticing it, being present to it, and knowing we're part of it. We're not separate from it. It's a very sacred time. And so I hope you will embrace the sacredness of it and really give yourself permission to bloom at this time and going forward. And with that, let's pull the card to grow on this week. So, thank you, cards. What is it that we need to know, Creator? Card to grow on this week. What can we hold within us as we line up with the energies of this, the highest energy time of the year, the most light in the Northern Hemisphere? What would be most helpful for us to carry within us in our hearts, our minds, our intentions as we do this work of reevaluation, of cleaning it up, of getting out from under the burdens of our past and our family lineage so that we can be as expressed and radiant as we can be here and now, and have a plan and work that plan and transform life as a result of it. Because boy, if we all live that way, what would this world look like? It's so exciting to consider. So, our card to grow on this week, Creator. Here we go. The name of the card is Indecision. And often when we are unsure about what to do, it's an indication that it's not time to make a decision. We don't have all the information yet. That's all. You're not wrong. You're not bad. You're not anything. Just things haven't lined up yet for that kind of clarity. So we have this individual who's standing here. She has her sword out. She is ready to take action. But you'll notice she's not flailing that sword around, defending herself against this incoming energy. She's poised. She's quiet. She's collected. And she's ready. She's ready to be ready. She's receiving a download of information to her crown chakra. By relaxing and going into that receptive, open, and trusting space, she's receiving what she needs to know so that she will know when to take action at the perfect time for her. That's part of what we're doing here. That's part of the yes. It's getting into that harmonious inner alignment. So we know ourselves, we know when it's our time and when it's not. We're paying attention to the signals that we are always receiving, and we trust ourselves. It's really what the yes is part of, is we're learning to build trust with ourselves, because we've broken trust with ourselves many, many times. It's an opportunity for us to ally with ourselves, to heal the wounds within. That reevaluation card is part of this. It's sort of collecting all the pieces of ourselves and bringing ourselves home, collecting ourselves up and becoming whole once again. And understanding that we need all of those parts. You know, as I said, some of it we're putting down. It's stories of other people. There's things that no longer are relevant, but we have to do that every now and then. We have to gather ourselves up and say, where are we? With love, with respect, with honor, thanking that which came that no longer fits us and no longer serves, letting it go with grace, and realigning, and knowing that we are always receiving, when we're receptive, the messages that we need, the insights that we require to keep moving in a good way in our lives. And sometimes a pause is necessary because it's not right timing. And it really is all perfect when we can surrender into the field that much. Life flows in a completely different way. And that's there for all of us. That's what we're moving towards. That's what that yes is all about. When we move towards our yes, we're building trust with ourselves. We're showing ourselves that we're serious and that we have our best interest at heart. We're lining up with what we need to do, and we're open and receptive to the information coming our way in right timing. And we can relax knowing that if it's not time, it's not time. Not time to take action if we don't have what we need to take action on, if the information hasn't arrived yet. So we just let people know. I'll get back to you. I don't know the answer to that right now. Let me get back to you. And it's okay. You don't have to know everything right now, right? We don't have to know everything right now. It's a process of unfolding, of discovery and wonder and curiosity. That's what we're here to be and do and experience. This is our wonderful card to grow on this week. If you don't know what to do, pause. Be present. Say, yeah, I don't know what to do. And it's okay. The information is coming. In the meantime, I'm going to get busy over here with this project. I'm going to clean out my closet. Or I'm going to go do this other thing. Just get on with the things in your life that you know are important. Get on with the yes, the little pieces. And that big thing that you don't know what to do about yet, let it be. Let it be, because the answers are coming. The asking is there. The desire within us is always bringing the answers that we seek. But we do need to pause to create space for them to land. Okay. So that's our card to grow on this week. Nice deep breath. Coming home to ourselves. Coming home to this information, allowing it to settle within us. Thank you, Creator, for the opportunity to be here, receive these informations, these messages, and provide them in this circle of light. I ask that you be with each and every one of us as we navigate this time on the planet. I ask that you be with us as we learn to love ourselves, to gather ourselves up with care, with attention, with love and kindness, and reevaluate ourselves in our life and where we are so that we can have the insights and the distinctions we need to fully show up now, to pay attention to the yes that is calling us onward into more life, and show up with all of our hearts, all of our minds, all of our beings, releasing what no longer serves us, those messages of iniquity and not good enough that we might be carrying, understanding that they no longer serve. They're not necessary anymore. We can let them go and be fully here now. The wonder and discovery of who am I? What is my yes? And how will I serve? I want to thank all those who are here helping us to hold energy, to be embodied, do this well. I'm so grateful to all our ancestors, all those who came before, who hold us in such magnificent ways, with such love. And I am grateful to all the angels, as well as to all those who will come as a result of who we are and how we be and what we create, realizing that we are part of a chain of life and our moment is now. So we must do it well. The old ends with us, not from a place of defiance, but because it's done. It's ready to go. And it's time for us to stand whole and grounded and full, radiant and beautiful, hearts open, ready to take us, ourselves and each other and this world into the more beautiful future we know is here now. This reading is at an end. I want to thank all those for helping to hold this space. I want to thank you for being here too. Thank you for being you, for saying yes to your yes, for gathering yourself up with love and coming home to you, and for adding your energy here every week. The energy is growing, and I'm grateful to you for being part of that. If these readings are helpful to you, please consider whoever else they might be helpful for. I am not doing much to promote this channel. It's simply an energetic thing. I would love it to find its way to whoever needs it. And if you feel that that's something you want to share, I welcome that, so that whoever needs it will receive this when they need it in perfect timing. I wish you well. I wish you a beautiful week of radiant light and high energy, integrating that, grounding it, holding it in good ways. And a very happy solstice to you. As I said, I'll be bringing out another video on that. And in the meantime, much love and light. I will see you next Friday. Bye for now.